Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP, P Tripathi of the NCP, Randeep Surjewala of the Congress, Gaurav Bhatia of the SP. My first question is to Mr. D. Raja of the Communist Party of India. Thank you very much. Part of this third front. Now, let us bust a few myths, Mr. D. Raja. First is this myth that this third front is a conglomeration of anti-communal forces, right? Did you not describe the Samajwadi Party?
It is neither.
No, did you not describe the Samajwadi Party as a party which failed in its responsibility, which did not deliberately intervene and was not vigilant, which led to the communal violence in Muzaffarnagar? Having said that, how can you share the stage with the Samajwadi Party and call this an anti-communal alliance?
Firstly, what happened today was a national convention against communalism for people's unity. Of course, there were non-BJP, non-Congress political parties, forces sharing the common platform. We sincerely believe there is a growing danger from the communal fascist forces. They pose a threat to the unity and integrity of the country, to the harmony of the people, to the secular fabric of our democratic republic. So the situation demands all the secular democratic forces must come together and isolate the communal fascist forces.
Mr. Raja,
in order to protect
Mr. Raja, first, let us put some facts on the table. Let us put some facts on the table. Mr. Raja, is Mr. Gaurav Bhatia's party an opportunistic party? Please let us get, is Mr. Gaurav Bhatia therefore an opportunist? Is Mulayam Singh Yadav an opportunist? Is the JDU an opportunist? Are they opportunists?
You see, if you look at the...
May I come in?
If you look at the history of several parties, they were with either Congress or BJP in the past. But we do not dig out the past. We address the challenges of the present.
How convenient.
We address the threats which are coming.
How convenient. How convenient this is, Mr. Raja? How convenient this is, Mr. Raja, for you to say that?
Samajwadi Party.
How convenient.
Samajwadi Party never aligned with. Samajwadi Party never aligned with BJP in the past.
Mr. Raja, this is the unsavory truth. This is the unsavory truth of Indian politics. Gaurav Bhatia, before you come in, let us be clear here today. That a few weeks back, one second.
It is true.
On the 14th of June,
I am telling you.
On the 14th of June, the left parties called you opportunists. Right? On the 30th of October, you want to tell the people of this country that you will offer an alternative to this country? Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, you were called opportunist by the left front 12 weeks back.
Arnab, what I can tell you with utmost confidence is that the Samajwadi Party has always shared a relationship of a lot of confidence and trust with the left. So, therefore, if somebody calls us by a name, I would like not to comment on that.
Why?
But today, the more important thing is that something that the media also never thought would happen, which the BJP never thought would happen, which the Congress never thought would happen, that before the elections also, this momentum that has gained strength and 14 parties could come together on a common platform to show that they do not want a communal party.
Is this a common platform, or is this an attempt at is this an attempt at political muscle flexing, negotiation? I mean, be honest here today, Gaurav Bhatia. Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Don't give me rhetoric.
Clear, Arnab. Yes, one thing is clear. Even going by the surveys that your channel has shown, that the regional parties would be doing very well in the coming elections. And the people of this country have rejected the
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia.
It is a government of scams, and the BJP does not inspire confidence.
Mr. Bhatia, what are you talking about?
Therefore,
Mr. Bhatia, what are you talking about? Mr. Bhatia, 1 minute. The fact of the matter is, the left parties said you are an opportunist. Mr. Raja's party said you are an opportunist. And no, 1 minute. See, Mr. Raja is smiling because he knows that's the truth.
By senior left leaders.
And your leader.
I'll just remind you and refresh your memory, Arnab.
There's nothing wrong with my memory.
Recently called Samajwadi Party a trustworthy partner. There are other left leaders. Mr. D. Raja himself in the past has always praised the Samajwadi Party. There are other left leaders who have done that.
Let me refresh your memory.
Only referring to one.
Let me. Thank you for refreshing my memory. There's nothing wrong with my memory, but there's something wrong with yours.
And your comments would make no difference to us.
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia.
What is more important today?
Mr. Bhatia, let me refresh your memory.
The most important point is.
And to refresh your memory,
I know all the facts, Arnab. You don't need to refresh my memory.
No, you know your facts, but you're being selective with your facts today. You see. No, you know your facts.
In August and September,
you know your facts.
He said that the Samajwadi Party is a trustworthy ally.
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, you're giving repeated.
Please look into that statement.
Mr. Bhatia, can I say one thing? You know your facts. You don't want to reveal some facts. A few days back, Mulayam Singh Yadav says, forget the third front. There is no third front possible. Mulayam Singh Yadav said there's no third front. You want to paint this rosy picture today?
Mulayam Singh Yadav, I know what my party leader said, Arnab.
What happened?
I know what my party leader said.
So I am only exposing what your party leader said, and instead of trying
I'll answer your question.
Instead of trying to do the politics of the third front, it would be much better, Gaurav Bhatia, if you worried about the situation in Muzaffarnagar, where as I bring this report today, there are reports of further clashes happening in that area.
I think the Samajwadi Party government has taken care of the Muzaffarnagar incident now, and we will do everything that is required to be done. But don't get the Muzaffarnagar incident every time we discuss any other topic as well.
Well, we
don't need to learn our politics from you. The Samajwadi Party knows what politics is all about. If there are 14 parties in the country who want to come together and give an alternative government to the
other side now, and I'm going to Sudhanshu Trivedi. 13 parties, 14 parties, 15 parties, I don't know how many parties there are there. Sudhanshu Trivedi, your response, the very fact that 14 parties stand together and they call for a convention against communalism, which proves that however much you want to play down communalism, it is a relevant subject. People will come together on the issue of communalism, and you will probably find yourself isolated if these people who together have 120 to 150 seats after the next elections don't work with you.
Actually, it doesn't matter how many seats they are going to get. Because if you look at the ground reality, as a student of mechanical engineering, I can say for any system to sustain, there are two things required. One, there has to be a center of gravity, and second, there has to be a binding force. In political terms, you can say, if any political party is coming together, there has to be a point of convergence, either on political ground, or on social ground, or on ideological ground. Nothing is there in between these two parties.
No, a convention against communalism, that's the point of convergence.
Okay. If you come on the communalism, most of these parties at one point or the other remained an ally of BJP or the Congress. Most of the parties.
Not true.
Even Samajwadi Party.
No, we have never shared.
But I would like to ask, when first time, 1 minute. First time when Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav became Chief Minister of UP in 1989, it was with the support of 56 MLAs of BJP. And after firing in Ayodhya in 30th of October and 2nd of November 1990, BJP withdrawn support, then Congress supported with their 96 MLAs. So at one point of the time or any point, one of the parties have got support. So it is just a mere opportunistic alliance on a wheel of secularism to just for their convenience. In the fact they are so mutually exclusive that they can never have a point of cohesive, so they can only be an illusive,
there is no doubt.
Like you have said in the Mirage.
Pure opportunism is the charge. Now look at the NCP. Pure opportunism, Mr. DP Tripathi. Which side are you on? You want to be the third front? You want to be in the government?
What side
You want
are
to be
talking
part of the
about?
central government? You want to be part of the state government? Then you want to say we want to have a concept of a third front. You want to flirt with all sides. Which side are you on, Mr.
No
Tripathi?
question of third front. We have always maintained consistently that we do not believe in third front.
Then
But
why have you kept the door open?
We have also maintained that we are for unity among the secular parties. Please let me say now. See, in Kerala, for years, more than 10 years, we have been part of the Left Democratic Front and not the Congress-led United Democratic Front. In 2009, we contested elections with some political understanding with BJD in Orissa. So, with various secular parties, we have political alliances.
This is not a state-level convention, is it? This is not a state-level convention. But this is not a state-level convention.
No, this is not a state-level convention, but this is a national-level convention, and therefore it was obvious right from the very beginning, and Mr. Prakash Karat wrote in his article that this is not a platform for the third front or the fourth front. This is a broad-based political platform for mobilization.
What do you mean broad-based political platform, Mr. Tripathi? Why are you confusing people with words? What do you mean by a broad-based political platform?
What confusing?
Why does this
I'm not confusing at all. I think you are confusing.
No, I think you are confusing it.
You are confusing. I'm not confusing.
No, I think...
What did Prakash Karat write in People's Democracy before this convention was held? He wrote that this is not for third front. This is not for forming any political front, as a matter of fact. He said that this is just to mobilize political parties and democratic opinion.
This is standard NCP tactics. Sorry, Mr. Tripathi, this is standard NCP tactics. When you want to bargain hard with the Congress party, when you want to bargain hard with the Congress party, you...
was presided over by eminent historian Professor Irfan Habib and was not presided over by any political leader, by the way, this convention. Look at the resolution of the convention.
Is this a group of NGOs meeting or political parties meeting? Is the group of academics meeting or politicians meeting?
But no,
then of course it is a political purpose. What is its political purpose?
Political parties also meet on issues.
What
they
issues?
Meet on issues. The issue was, issues is people's unity against communalism. That is the issue. The issue is not to form a political front to fight elections today. That was not the issue.
Really?
You make it out as if people are just forming a third front or fourth front or something.
No, of course not.
Whereas political leaders are categorical that we are not forming any front.
Well,
this is a broad-based platform.
I'll only tell you this.
For people's
I'll tell you this straightforward. This is Sharad Pawar's standard tactic.
Yes.
Ahead of elections, he starts flirting with proponents of the third front. This happened in 2009. It is happening in 2013, and everybody will see through it, Mr. Tripathi. Even you are seeing through it. You are just keeping a straight face on the reality out here. But Randeep Singh Surjewala, look here. The UPA is getting weaker.
You decide, and then you make certain observations which have no basis.
Well, I have absolute basis. This happened in 2009. You prove me wrong. In April 2009, did he not attend a third front rally in Bhubaneswar? Did Sharad Pawar not attend a third front rally in Bhubaneswar?
But it was not a third front rally, by the way.
What was it?
It was all those parties. I was present there. You were not present. I was present
but
there.
But I know about it. You were not referring to it.
What did we say? No, you know about it, but I was present there. I was participant there.
Fact is,
and that meeting was for all those political forces which were supporting BJD-led
Mr. Tripathi, the fact is, today, the third front does not even know what is the third front.
I was also present on that day.
So it was a political meeting, admit it, Mr. Raja. It's not a meeting of NGOs, admit it, Mr. Raja. Admit it. Why do you have these meetings during a general election?
It was a political... No, it was a political meeting. BJD leader was there, Mr. Naveen Patnaik. Mr. Sharad Pawar spoke on
Thank you.
Telephone. In fact, I was holding that telephone.
Yes, excellent. Bring out the inside details.
A.B. Bardhan was present in that meeting.
Very good. So
that is what happened in Bhubaneswar that day, what you are referring to.
No, but Mr. D.P. Tripathi is telling us it's not a political meeting. All the time, repeatedly saying to Mr. D.P. Tripathi...
No, who says it is not a political meeting? It was a political meeting. What I said, it is not a third front meeting. It was a political meeting. It was political meeting. Obviously, we were in the midst of election campaign. How can it not be a political meeting?
So?
I mean, I'm amazed.
So that's the precise
This
point.
was not a third front meeting. That's all I said.
No, whatever. You may call it
What
third
I
front,
said, it
fourth
was not
front,
a third
X
front
front,
meeting, it
Y
was a
front,
political
doesn't
meeting.
matter. The fact is that you do these things to just negotiate, to give yourself some leverage. But my question to Mr. Surjewala is this. Mr. Surjewala, even the NCP is leaving you before the election. The NCP is leaving you before the election. The NCP chief shares the dais with the former BJP president, Mr. Gadkari. He says there are no untouchables in politics. Are you worried that a lot of people are fleeing a sinking ship?
I have two quick things. Firstly, Mr. Nitish Kumar, the Chief Minister of Bihar, while speaking at the convention, and our very, very senior colleague from NCP on this program, and many others have clearly said that there is no question of a third front at this juncture. We should leave the speculation at that. Secondly, I want to make a very quick point. It is what is being proved is what Congress has always maintained. RSS ideology of divisiveness is in this country is creating communal disharmony right at the bottom of the pyramid. And naturally, many political parties with secular ideology are concerned about it. A conference against communalism is held. What is wrong with that? It is only reflective of the growing concern amongst various political parties, including many regional parties who are even today UPA's partners, NCP and SP included, who are showing concern about the communal nature of ideology being propagated by RSS and its many branches and individuals in a bid to divide the polity. Fair enough. What's wrong with that?
Is this a Congress-sponsored rally?
Any convention.
Is this a Congress-sponsored rally? No, 1 minute. I am shocked. I am shocked, Mr. Surjewala. I am shocked. You should be threatened, but you are celebrating today that there is such a third front rally. And this is the gossip. This is the buzz. No one minute, Mr. Raja, don't get so angry. Don't get so angry, Mr. Raja. Let us be honest today. This is what people are saying. That the Congress party is, the Congress party is, the Congress party is backing and supporting the third front. The third front is actually, a Congress-backed front. No,
Arnab,
Mr. Surjewala.
Can I interject?
No, Mr. Surjewala.
Can I interject
Arnab,
and say with due regards? Please do
Admit
not
it.
put words in my mouth. I said there is no question.
No, Mr. Surjewala seems so happy about the third front. I'm surprised.
Because none less than Mr. Nitish Kumar, the NCP leader, very senior NCP leader on your panel, and Mr. Prakash Karath himself, as our Mr. Tripathi is saying, they have clearly said there is no question of third front. Mr.
No, I
Mulayam
think we
Singh
need an
Yadav
answer
has
to this.
said it in the past.
I think we need an answer to this.
It's not a third front rally.
This is what
Let's
BJP
not
leaders
see
say. Can I tell you what BJP leaders
into
say?
The concern expressed by political parties against communalization, attempted communalization by RSS ideologues of the polity of this country.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Sharad Yadav was part of a BJP government, right? A lot of the people on the dais there today, including Nitish Kumar, were part of a BJP government. The BJD was part of a BJD government. This anti-communal alliance which is being put up today, the question goes out loud and clear. Is this a Congress-backed front? Is the Congress implicitly, deliberately, consciously, unconsciously backing the third front? The smiles are saying something. I see a lot of nods, but it will take a lot of convincing tonight. Mr. Raja, before I come back to you, the BJP comes into the debate. Sudhanshu Trivedi, please.
Arnab, it is quite clear from your debate that
completely
the politics in Indian system in the present situation is not going to be first.
This country and everybody, including Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav, Mr. Nitish Kumar, the NCP chief, everybody has steadfastly, consistently said no question of third front. The secular forces in this country have to be naturally concerned about a deliberate polarization of the political, social atmosphere of this country.
Sir, you are giving it a spin, but I'm asking a broader question. Many of these parties do anti-Congress politics as well. The root of these parties, the kind of politics they practice, from the JDU to the left, to the Samajwadi Party, to the BJD, it can also be argued that it is not an anti-communal front, it's an anti-Congress front. But anyway, let's get the BJP, and he wanted to counter you. Sudhanshu Trivedi, please.
What is emerging from your debate is quite clear that all parties are ganging up against BJP. It is not going to be the one front, second or third front. It's only just one front, that is BJP versus rest. Now the picture is becoming increasingly
Arnab,
clear.
come in.
It is going to be BJP at the center and rest are all the periphery. And this is not happening for the first time in Indian political history. It is happening for the third time. First time in 1979, when Janata Party parted away from BJP
You're getting a counter,
on
sir.
the issue of RSS and communal lining.
Arnab,
You're getting a counter. Gaurav Bhatia has countered
In
you.
a span of few years, we become bigger than Janata Party.
it is so
In 1989-90, Vishwanath Pratap Singh departed us, and in a few years,
Arnab,
we become bigger than that.
Gaurav Bhatia is
So we
rebutting
hope
you,
so
sir.
that with the support of the people,
yeah, you know, I find it very
this time
amusing
also
and
we will
strange
emerge more
that
powerful.
BJP
when
arrogance.
the topic is
This is
this
classical
topic of
BJP
convention
arrogance
was
that they are
anti-communalism,
suffering from. It is people
and
of
Mr.
this
Sudhanshu
country.
Trivedi says that everybody is targeting the BJP. I think it's an admission to say that when we talk of communalism, then the parties target the BJP. Nobody referred to the BJP. Why did Mr. Sudhanshu Trivedi feel that it is the BJP which is being targeted?
Mr. Surjewala has categorically stated that the RSS ideology and communalism. What Mr. Surjewala was saying, it is clear cut that he is targeting the RSS.
and BJP the same? Is Bajrang Dal and BJP the same?
I am not saying, but we should be honest enough. If in political arena you are taking the name of RSS, what does this mean? If a communal ideology propagated by RSS, what does this mean?
Also then?
Yes, we consider
I thought
that
you are spokesperson
most of
for
our
the
leaders
BJP.
are Swayam
Mr.
Sevaks of
Sudhanshu Trivedi.
RSS. I am saying
it is
that
very
most
strange
of our leaders are
that
Swayam
you
Sevaks
yourself
of
say that all
RSS.
the parties have come against the BJP when the topic today was anti-communalism. So that means that BJP itself makes an admission that they are a communal party without it being referred to by other parties.
No, but I'm surprised here. You know, what really is going on? Mr. Raja, please explain to me. Mr. Karat said and Mr. Yechuri said that a third front is not credible, a third front is not viable. How does an option which is not credible and not viable till recently suddenly emerge as a dusra in Indian politics? And are you being backed by the Congress party?
Arnab, let me...
Are you being backed by the Congress party?
Let me place the facts. Today, let me place the facts. Today we had a convention. This convention was attended by secular democratic parties and forces. Of course, it is a fact that there were non-Congress, non-BJP, secular democratic forces. It was a convention against communalism for people's unity. We genuinely feel there is a growing danger from communal fascist forces. It is not only RSS-led Sangh Parivar outfits. There can be other communal forces also like Indian Mujahidins. We have to fight all the communal forces for the sake of country's unity and integrity. This is what this convention tried to do. And what will happen when we go nearer to the elections, that is a different thing. As far as CPI is concerned, as far as the left parties are concerned, we have been striving for a non-Congress, non-BJP alternative to the policies pursued by the Congress party and BJP. We hardly find any difference between Congress and BJP as far as economic policies are concerned, as far as foreign policies are concerned. The country needs alternative policies. Who can provide such alternative policies? That is what the left has been striving for. And let the people give their verdict in 2014 elections. Then what happens in the post-poll scenario, we will assess the situation. Accordingly, the left will act. It is a different issue. But today what we did...
You are a group of people who keep betraying each other. You are a group of people who keep betraying each other and then you keep coming back together. Would you say today that this front will have nothing to do with the Congress, will retain its independent existence? Because Mr. Raja, let's be very clear. The general assessment is this is a group.
It is not even it is not a front. No, even it is not a front. What happened today is not the formation of a front.
No.
It is a platform where all the secular democratic forces shared and took part.
Excellent.
And a resolution has been adopted.
So in that case, so you have all given yourself a certificate of secularism.
Arnab, what is wrong if all the parties who do not subscribe
we are
to the
secular,
ideology of BJP
consistent
and Congress
secular.
want to come together?
No, there is absolutely nothing wrong. Only thing is you must be consistent, and therefore Mr. DP Tripathi must make a promise. Therefore, on the Newshour
time
tonight,
would tell that
Mr. DP Tripathi must make a promise.
But if
Mr. DP Tripathi should make a promise.
people of the country want
unity of secular forces, secular political forces
No,
in the
Mr.
country.
Mr. DP.
I would like to ask one question to Mr. Gaurav Bhatia and Mr. D. Raja.
Okay, go ahead. I'm allowing the counter. Sudhanshu
question
Trivedi
is-
will ask a counter question.
Mr. D. Raja has said that he is also against the organizations like Indian
Yes.
Mujahideen, etc. I would like to ask this question. One of his ally, which was sharing the dais with him, was Mr. Mulayam Singh Yadav. Has he not said that SIMI, Student for Islamic Movement in India, which is banned by government of India, is a cultural organization? And JDU was feeling pride in calling Ishrat
RSS claim,
up till now
RSS claim it is a cultural organization. Now RSS has become so active, aggressive in politics. Where is BJP now?
I am
BJP has
asking,
become
is SIMI a
It is
cultural
RSS
organization?
dictating
Give yes or no.
everything and directing
If we start
everything to
talking about
BJP. What are we discussing now?
your party, they are not with you now. There were so many ideological differences. All the allies
Of course, there are ideological differences. Otherwise, we would have been one party. I am CPI. I am CPI.
Not only the government.
I am CPI. I have differences with other parties.
No, the funny thing here, the funny thing here is, one second, ladies and gentlemen, the funny thing is,
Political party.
no, one second.
We have differences. We have come together on a single issue.
Can I-
That is communalism.
Can I-
Today, communalism is a danger.
Okay.
And it has to be fought.
it is the
That is
definition of
what we should
communalism.
see.
One second.
Of course, we are independent parties. We have our own
Mr. Raja,
ideological positions.
Mr. Raja, just one thought here. I find it very interesting, touching, and almost, people will find it very, people who are watching the debate will find it very keenly to observe one thing, that the Congress party is trying very hard to keep this coalition together. The Congress party is trying, every time there are differences within this group, the one person who's looking most concerned on the debate is Mr. Surjewala. Mr. Surjewala wants this group to stay together. Why, Mr. Surjewala?
Arnab, can I answer that?
Yes.
What Sudhanshu ji has been saying, he always, the Bharatiya Janata Party classically tries to convert any debate on communalism as your communalism versus my communalism. Why can't we rise as Indians and say whether it is Indian Mujahideen or Vishwa Hindu Parishad, whether it is RSS or any other organization like SIMI, communalism is communalism.
I strongly object of comparing Indian Mujahideen with Vishwa Hindu Parishad. What is the basis of saying Mr. Surjewala like this?
Political party.
You have tried thrice to ban Vishwa Hindu Parishad, but you failed in the court.
Together, and if any political parties come together, sir, do not get angry. It's not good for your health. You are a young person and a very dear friend. All that I'm saying
I
is
am not
political
saying, but
parties
be
come
on the
together
facts.
to show their
Be on the
concern
facts.
about
How you can
polarization
compare
of-
it? This is
polarization
the
of polity.
typical habit of Congress
Then what
party.
is wrong with that? You cannot, that is classical BJP habit of outshouting everybody. So you cannot outshout the people of this country who are against those who want to break the very idea of India, who are opposed to the ethos of India, who are trying to communalize the entire political
But
social
why are you
fabric of
supporting the
India.
third front?
And RSS and its ideology.
But why are you supporting the third front? This is the greatest mystery in Indian politics. Why is the Congress party supporting the third
I
front?
started with that.
May I come in?
There is no third
Arnab.
front. Mr. Raja has said it on your channel, Mr. Tripathi has said it on your channel, the Chief Minister of Bihar has said it, and you showed that clip. The former Chief Minister of UP said it earlier. I do not know where does the third front question comes from. It's a fight against communalism.
One question. Last question goes to DP Tripathi. I don't know, by the way, what is similar in the economic policies of the Sharad Pawar and Prakash Karat. I don't know. This is another of the mysteries where they come together on those issues. I don't know where they agree on foreign policy issues. 1 minute. I know what the Samajwadi Party did on the nuclear deal. We know what the left did on the nuclear deal. Mr. DP Tripathi, simple question, simple answer, and then we close the debate. Will you promise on the Newshour tonight?
Yeah.
Will you promise on the Newshour tonight that never, ever in any form, directly or indirectly, from inside or outside, you will ever have anything to do with the BJP? You would rather quit politics, disband the NCP, cease to exist as a political party, than have any political dealing with the BJP. That's all.
I wish you had asked me this
No,
question.
that we have already said. That is our position. That is not today. You don't have to take promises for that. That is our political ideological position, which is contained in all party resolutions continuously and consistently. That we are opposed to the politics and ideology of Bharatiya Janata Party. That is a consistent position that we have taken. And you ask for making promises. What promise? That promise has already been made.
And all the people who shared the dais with you, do they have a consistent view as yours? Do they have a view as consistent as yours?
Precise, clear and specific. You've got your answer.
1 second, Mr. Tripathi, what about the people who shared the stage with you?
No, they never say. The people are very clear about it.
What about the people who shared the stage with you?
We are in the government at the center. We are part of the UP at the center. We are running a government in Maharashtra. Everywhere we are opposing the communal forces in the country. So what else you want? It is the practice in politics that matters, not merely the theory.
Well, Mr. DP Tripathi, Mr. Raj, Mr. Surjewala,
Here is Mr. Tripathi.
I just want to place one thing on record. We are very clearly aware of the different positions taken by the NCP, of the changing positions of the Samajwadi Party, of the twists and turns of the left, of the pulls and pressures on the BJP. But what I find
Arnab,
most intriguing...
I think the Samajwadi Party has been very consistent when it comes to opposing communal forces.
Sir, you asked
a specific question to Mr. Tripathi.
you asked
specific answer.
You asked Prakash
Karat. They are
Karat.
opposed to BJP and they are part of UPA and they are they are going to be part
You
of
asked Prakash Karat how consistent you've been, Gaurav Bhatia, and you'll get a different answer. But the mystery tonight is why the Congress party is so keen that the third front stays together. That's the mystery tonight. I asked that to the viewers. Why does Randeep Singh Surjewala want...
There is no third front because...
Well, what was on air today,
no third front.
The footage that we have shown is certainly that of a front. It's not a group of NGOs, Randeep, but we can disagree on that. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight.